Well, get ready because we're going to see some really crazy stuff happening ongoing. It's going to accelerate more and more. We're going into a completely new phase, a great awakening. It's been happening, but we're going into something much more powerful now. It's really here. So we're past the old world and transition. Should we, shouldn't we? We now know we have to make a difference. I'm going to talk about that today because this is number one of a two-part series about coincidences. In number two, I'm going to share some great stuff with you. But in this one, I want you to know about coincidences, what you can expect, and how these can be used in some mind-blowing, powerful ways. You ready? Because you are in for a great era that you signed up for. Get excited. Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through fears and live an amazing life. You know, I put my makeup on without my contact lenses, so I probably have stuff going on, and I really don't care because we are going into a new era that is amazing. I am launching stuff for you. Sign up if you haven't for free stuff because I'm going to help you to manifest in ways that are mind-blowing. But here's what we have to master first, and this is what we're going into. Your powers are going to be much more obvious, and you're going to start to see things that you will call coincidences, but you're going to start to really understand they aren't at all. There aren't any coincidences. How can there not be coincidences? Because nothing stands alone. That's it. This is science. Nothing stands alone. Everything is connected. Well, I can't be connected to the person on the other side of the planet. The heck you can't. You're on the planet. It's a teeny tiny dot in the cosmos, right? This is not a big area that we are inhabiting. I want you to know that the energy field is just one thing. What you're seeing, we're starting to understand, is just the material manifestation of that energy field. This is a secondary thing going on. It's playing out the energy field that we are. Therefore, it is the illusion, the creation. It's very real as it can be, but it is more of the dream than the out-of-body experiences. Because we're in our pure form there. Maybe not on highest frequency because we're playing that game over there. That's still an illusion. There are different levels. It continues on. It is endless. What level do you have to hit? 12, 11? No, there isn't a level to hit. It goes beyond our comprehension. Now, have you ever gone into that other side? You can't explain it to anybody, can you? It's not something you can actually say in human terms. But if you've experienced the one, you know that that also doesn't come with words. It's love beyond human comprehension. It's a feeling and a knowing, I call it the knowing, that needs no words. You can go into that space. We're going into that space. You didn't accidentally get thrown on a planet. It's not a prison planet. This isn't a matrix designed to us. It's designed by us and agreed to play out. This is going to be so simple because when you get this, you're going to realize how powerful you are and how much you control everything in your personal life, and how whatever happens outside of your personal experience on your own is still your agreement as the whole, experiencing the interaction and entanglement with all the others that we all agreed to come here with. This is a unique experience, and you are here, one of the very few here, seemingly independent energy fields, that decided to play out this cray-cray experience of low density and darkness. You cannot know light until you've known darkness. You can't. It's impossible. And so I could describe a color to you right now. How can you describe a color you've never seen? Well, it looks a little bit like orange and red, but it's nothing like those. You hold such amazing power, there's no coincidences. None. Zero. So here's what I want you to do if you want to have a really good time with this. You got to start paying attention because it's all signs, connections, directions, directives. Now, even we're going to talk about the planets and horoscopes and astrology and all that stuff. Those aren't coincidences. It's not like, oh, this energy's lined up, so we have to watch for this and this as if it's independent. No, it is the Pac-Man that comes out and and eats you. And once you master it, you bypass the Pac-Man next time. They're planted, all these things are planted as energy fields aligned to create new games for us, new experiences, new incidents, new events. It is the energy fields directing new events for us. Otherwise, everything would just stay the same. Isn't this exciting? So, Mercury's retrograde. By the way, retrograde, it doesn't actually go backwards. You do know that, right? It appears to. What does that mean? It doesn't have to mean anything bad for you, but it may present experiences for you. I call them opportunities. And that's all they are, and it's amazing. So we as human beings, we see everything bad because the ego is the lowest state of consciousness. It's actually the unconsciousness of the one consciousness. All right? I hope you got that. That's pretty easy. But if you didn't, I'll say it again. We are the unconsciousness of the conscious intelligence of everything. We're not separate. We're just another form of consciousness. We're the unconscious, which means we don't remember what we are. We have veils, we have fear, we have density, we have all these things. So we don't connect anything because we see ourselves as the total opposite of really what we are, which is oneness. We don't see it. So everything we do here on that separate level, that individualism mindset, and me and mine and fear, I have to protect something, is what causes the pain and the struggle. When we end that and we go into oneness, it all comes together beautifully because you will always think of the other. And guess what happens when you do that? What you give, you receive because you are the one, right? If you're giving yourself a present, if you wrap a bunch of presents and you put them under the tree and then you get up the next morning, wow, I've got a bunch of presents. That's what you're doing. You're giving to yourself. It's really that simple. It's beautiful. It's amazing. It is like, what the heck thought this up? We can't know. Why is there anything? Have you ever thought that? Why is there anything? Okay, let's not go there. Too big. All right. Those planets, all of it, continually allow us to go through the maze and have things change and master us till you finally go bing, 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 and you don't have to come back here again because you've mastered the game. Now, you could if you wanted to. Maybe you come back as a teacher or whatever, but you'll still forget. You'll still forget. You may have an idea. Many of us have very clear recollections of past lives. I have quite a few, actually, and most of them aren't here on this planet. You may have those too. Why is that so weird? Why do people think that's so weird? Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. What do you think? Where's it go? If there are other forms out there, then we must be those forms. But it's not me or you. It's one form. Yeah, I know. Okay. No coincidences. So here's what we're going to do. Going into this new era, this new amazing era, you're going to now recognize that not only are there no coincidences, but there are things aligning based on your thoughts, your beliefs, and your directives for the things that you need. So if you get challenged, it's because you need to master that to go to the next level, right? Bing, bing, bing. Haven't mastered that. Why is this showing up? I haven't changed my behavior, my thoughts, my patterns, my beliefs. So until I do that, I can't shift into something else. You don't attract, oh, I'm going to act like this, and I'm going to law of attraction. Baloney, not happening. Shut your pie hole if you think that. Hey, I haven't said that in a while. All right, what are we going to do with this? We're going to see everything as, aha, there's a message here. We're going to actually be very conscious of everything. We're going to be in the present moment because that present moment is directing the next thing. So we're worrying about the future. You're doing it right now. Your worrying creates that. We want to get out of that because we're shifting in a completely new planet, new Earth, a new Earth. You can call it what you want, but it's just a different consciousness. The frequency's going up, a lot of changes. You're going to see a lot of things that are going to blow your mind. Not coincidences, not magical, scary. You hold the power. There's nothing that has power over you. Nothing. It's impossible. The only way it can do that is if you don't believe it, so you place yourself in a lower frequency that doesn't hold the power because you don't believe you have it. You have it. But if you don't believe it, then you don't have it because you're creating. So then something, it has power over me. Nothing has power over you. You are the one. You're the thing that you're looking at that you're afraid of. So when you know this, You realize nothing holds me back. Nobody has more power than me. And you want to do this from a high frequency. You don't want to come from an ego standpoint. I can control the planet. Okay, that's low frequency, and you're going to get your buns kicked if you do that, right? We don't want to go there. No coincidences. I want you to start looking, do this, and tell me. You guys have had some great feedback. Tell me what starts to happen when you actually pay attention, and you're going to start noticing things aligning. And all of a sudden, when you focus on things and you let go of the ego and how things should happen, and you see things as bad, right? You let that go. All of a sudden, you have a mindset of gratitude, and that's high frequency, and acceptance, high frequency, and learning from the challenges, high frequency. You master it, you go on, and all of a sudden, the abundance shows up, the health, all these things. People tell me I have a soul contract to be sick. No, you don't. It's an experience for you, but you don't have to stay there. You can master it. You can change your mind in any situation here. So I don't want to go too deep into, why the soul contracts and things that happen, and, if you have an illness or whatever. Those are experiences you signed up for because you're endless, you're limitless, and you're eternal. So when you come here, it's like, okay, so I'll terminate early, or I come here handicapped so that I can learn those limitations and others can learn from that with me. And can I be an inspiration as somebody who has a physical handicap? Because I know I really don't. Physically, I'm going to have that. I'm going to play that role out. That's all you're doing. It's great. It's temporary. It's a flash in the pan. You're equal to everybody, so don't ever feel sorry for somebody like that. They took on some major master classes, so they're probably, most of them, elevating themselves much quicker than most people who have it easy. That's why I said don't be going off grid, to try and escape. You guys have know this. As soon as you sign up, your thank you page, you get free webinars to figure out how to go off grid with a course that my guys give you that I collaborate with. Even if you have no money, you can own property and have a retreat or a homestead, or you name it, a whole community. We can create new worlds now. There's nothing stopping us. There are no limitations. Don't ever tell me, well, I don't. Well, then you have to change your goals. You have to readapt, because maybe you're trying to shoot for something that you're not meant for because you chose this. Be okay with this. No coincidences. So start watching this. Every single thing in your life right now, start looking at it. Somebody says something. You see a poster board or a license plate, and things are aligning. What is it? What is it? Sometimes it's just you aligning with the geometry that runs the whole planet and beyond. It's all math. It's all energy. It's all beautiful. It's all amazing. It's all expansive. It's you. That higher self is not separate from you. It's you in this field that's absolutely making decisions and allowing you as this, a dual energy at the same time, of course, because you're everything, is allowing you to play this out. Can't interfere. Only when you go to the level and recognition and you recognize that you are that, then you can tap right into it. Activate your magic. My advanced manifesting, if you guys come here, you can sign up for a free video that I talk about what it is. I take you through the steps. We don't just do techniques, I actually teach you why does somebody's manifestations show up and somebody else's doesn't. Why does somebody get miracles and somebody doesn't? So even if you know what that is, how do you get there? How do you get to that space, that mind? You have to go into the field. I call it the zone. You have to go into the zone where all things are possible, and you stop blocking your own abilities to bring that in. And you allow the challenges that you took on here to play out so that you can master them because you wanted to experience that. They're highly beneficial. Yes, you know contrast. I know darkness, I know pain, I know loss, because over there in consciousness, we know that that's not real. I know I never lose anybody. I know that pain is just temporary and there's no pain over there, but what does that feel like? Oh, just relish it, celebrate where you are. And when you do that, your world will change. It will rock. You will go into a space that will blow your mind. Miracles. Are you ready to do this? I am going to tell you some stories in the next video that'll blow your mind. And these are coincidences that my friends got freaked out over just recently. Said it wasn't a 1 in a million shot, it was 1 in a billion shot of some of these things happening. I don't actually know the details of what it is, but I know I'm connected to certain things. I'll share those. All of it is just mind-blowing, and I'm going into it now with wonder and excitement and magic. Activate your magic. Come on over. You're going to love it. All right, free stuff. These are my free videos. We're launching online on businesses. Go learn. Get new skills. Get skills. Earn money the way you want to. Travel all over the world. Do it the right way. It takes work. Forget the free money stuff. We're done chasing all this made-up stuff that has no real deep meaning. We want meaning and value in our lives. These are free videos. Get skills and knowledge. You can apply them to anything. Hundreds of revenue streams that you could create doing something that's going to change the whole planet. One little thing could change this planet, and that's you. You're important. You're that important. Please subscribe to my channel. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you, my friend. Namaste.